Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive with us.
It's a new year,
Oh,
so we're diving into something kind of fitting, I think.
right. You know those New Year's resolutions we all make?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're looking at a different way to think about them.
Exactly. Instead of those big, huge GE changes,
Yeah.
we're going to dig into something called micro growth resolutions.
Ooh, I like the sound of that already.
It's all about small steps leading to big results.
Welcome to the Clarence Stores Leadership Podcast, a podcast about becoming 1% better every day. And now your host, yours truly, Clarence Stores. Welcome to today's episode. We're diving into the concept of micro growth resolutions and how they can revolutionize your approach to personal development in the new year. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure of New Year's resolutions or disappointed when they fizzle out by February, this episode is for you. We're shifting the focus from perfection to progress, embracing the power of small, consistent actions to create lasting change in 2025. That's right. Instead of setting those big, ambitious goals that we can feel daunting and unattainable, we're going to explore the magic of micro resolutions. Those bite-sized, manageable actions that can truly make a difference over time. Here's what we'll uncover today. First, the science of small wins. We'll dive into why micro growth resolutions are more effective than traditional ambitious goals, understanding the psychology behind building momentum and creating small wins. In addition to the science of small wins, secondly, we'll also look at real-life examples, inspiring stories like David, who made incredible progress by committing to simple daily tasks like reading just one page a day, saving a small amount each week, and taking short walks. His story will demonstrate how seemingly insignificant actions can compound into remarkable results over time. Say it again, stores. Seemingly insignificant actions can compound into remarkable results over time. In addition to the science of small wins, real-life examples, thirdly, we'll look at practical micro resolutions for 2025. My goal is to equip you with a toolbox of practical micro resolutions that you can easily integrate into your daily life, covering areas like personal growth, health, relationships, and even your workspace. I'm hoping to spark your imagination with ideas like expressing gratitude, decluttering your workspace, nurturing relationships, and investing in self-care. In addition to the aforementioned, we'll also look at harnessing the 1% rule for exponential growth. Discover how committing to getting 1% better each day can unlock exponential growth throughout the year. Imagine this. Where could you be by the end of 2025 by simply focusing on consistent incremental improvement? Then finally, we'll share some tips and strategies for staying motivated. Actionable advice on how to stay motivated and committed to your micro growth journey, all while avoiding common pitfalls and celebrating every step of the way. Now, I need you to lean in on this. To make the most of this episode, here's what I'd like for you to do. Grab a notebook and a pen. Be ready to capture key takeaways, inspiring ideas, and those aha moments that resonate with you. Secondly, reflect on your own journey. Take a moment to think about your own experiences with setting and achieving goals. What worked? What didn't? And how can you apply the principles of micro growth to your own personal experience? And then finally, this is important. Open your mind to a new approach. Be open to embracing a new, more sustainable, and perhaps even more enjoyable approach to your personal growth in 2025. Man, you all, I'm excited to embark upon this journey of micro growth with you in 2025. Let's make this year the year we ditch overwhelm, celebrate progress, and unlock our true potential with one small step at a time. See you on the inside.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive with us.
It's a new year,
Oh,
so we're diving into something kind of fitting, I think.
right. You know those New Year's resolutions we all make?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're looking at a different way to think about them.
Exactly. Instead of those big, huge GE changes,
Yeah.
we're going to dig into something called micro growth resolutions.
Ooh, I like the sound of that already.
It's all about small steps leading to big results.
And the article we're looking at today is Forget Perfection, Why Progress is the Real Goal for 2025. Get 1% better every day.
Written by Clarence Stour.
So let's jump right in. Okay, we've all been there. January comes around.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is the year I'm going to do it all.
Right. We set these huge goals for ourselves.
Lose weight, learn a new language, write a book, you name it.
And then February rolls around.
Yeah.
We're back to our old habits.
Exactly. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think the article really hits the nail on the head with this. It's the pressure. We set ourselves up for failure with these massive expectations.
I see.
It's overwhelming.
So instead of setting these huge goals, this micro growth thing is about making tiny little changes.
Right. 1% better every day.
Okay, but 1%. That just seems so small. Does that really even make a difference?
It might not seem like much on its own.
Right.
But think about it this way. What if you could be 37 times better at something by the end of the year?
Oh, 37 times.
That's the power of compounding. Even small improvements, when done consistently, can add up to huge results.
Starting to get it.
And the article has this great example of a guy named David.
Okay. What did David do?
Well, he made a few small changes to his routine.
Like what?
He started reading just one page a day.
One page? That's it.
Yep. And he also committed to saving just $5 a week.
$5? That's like a latte.
Exactly. And he also made sure to take a short walk each morning.
Simple stuff.
Yeah.
So did all that actually make a difference?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, David had finished 3 whole books.
Wow.
He had built a nice little savings cushion.
Okay, impressive.
And he felt healthier and more energetic.
Just from those tiny changes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's proof that you don't need to overhaul your entire life to see real progress.
All right, so we know the concept works in theory, but how do we actually apply this micro growth idea to our own lives in 2025?
Well, the article gives us a bunch of specific micro resolution ideas to get us started.
Oh, let's hear them.
So there's 20 in total.
20. Okay.
Things like expressing gratitude every day, using motivational quotes as your phone wallpaper, even scheduling time for self-care.
Okay, these sound a lot more doable than those crazy resolutions I usually make.
Right.
Let's break down a few of these. So what about expressing gratitude?
That's a great one. The article suggests writing down just one thing you're grateful for each day.
I've heard about gratitude journals,
Yeah.
but I've never actually tried it.
It's such a simple practice, but it can have a huge impact on your mindset.
Really?
When you focus on the good,
Yeah.
you start to appreciate the little things more.
Okay, I can see how that would be helpful.
And it can also reduce stress and improve your overall mood.
I'm sold. I'm adding that to my list.
Awesome. What about using motivational quotes as your phone wallpaper?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm on my phone like all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why not use that screen time to your advantage?
Yeah,
A little dose of inspiration every time you check your messages.
I like it. What about keeping track of our daily wins? How do we do that?
The article suggests creating a dedicated note on your phone
Okay.
and just jotting down a few things you accomplished each day.
Even small things, right?
Absolutely. Like finishing a work project or finally cleaning out that junk drawer.
Yeah, I need to do that.
It's a great way to stay motivated and celebrate your progress.
Especially on those days when you're feeling like you haven't done anything.
Exactly.
Okay, this next one is a must for me. Scheduling 1 hour per week for self-care.
Yes, self-care is so important.
But so easy to neglect.
I know. It's easy to feel guilty for taking time for yourself.
But we have to make it a priority.
It's not selfish, it's essential.
And it doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Right.
It could be reading a book, taking a bath, going for a walk.
Whatever helps you recharge.
All right, last one for now.
Okay.
What about reflecting on a tough moment from the past year
Yeah.
and writing down the lesson learned?
That's a powerful one. It's so easy to dwell on our mistakes.
Yeah.
But if we can reframe them as learning opportunities,
Right.
we can grow from them.
So instead of beating ourselves up,
Yeah,
we can use those experiences to make better choices in the future.
absolutely.
I'm really liking this whole micro-growth approach. It feels a lot more realistic and less overwhelming than traditional resolutions.
Right. It's about making small changes that add up over time.
Progress over perfection.
Exactly.
So let's dive into a few more ideas that can help us make this work for us in the new year. So there are a few more ideas from the article I wanted to hit on.
Okay, yeah.
Visualizing our 1% daily improvement. I mean, can that actually help us reach our goals?
Absolutely. Visualizing can be a really powerful tool,
I can see that.
I guess. When we can actually picture ourselves achieving those small wins,
Yeah.
it makes the goals feel more real and attainable.
More concrete, I guess.
Right. And it helps to kind of rewire our brains for success.
Interesting. So besides the specific resolution ideas from the article, are there any other tiny changes people can make?
Oh, tons of them.
Okay, give us some examples.
How about something as simple as drinking one more glass of water each day?
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. I know I should drink more water.
It's so easy to forget.
Yeah,
But staying hydrated can make a big difference.
for sure.
More energy,
Yeah.
better focus, even weight management.
Okay, what else?
What about tackling some digital clutter?
Ooh, like what?
Maybe spend 5 minutes each day organizing your inbox.
My inbox is a disaster.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
But even small steps can make a big dent.
Okay, that's manageable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start to see progress,
Okay.
it creates a positive feedback loop.
You want to keep going.
Exactly.
Mm,
What about incorporating some continuous learning into your routine?
that's always a good idea.
It could be as simple as reading for 15 minutes before bed,
Okay.
or listening to a podcast during your commute.
Yeah,
Little things like that could really add up over time.
I like that. What about rewards? Should we be rewarding ourselves for these small wins?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The article talks about planning a small reward for your first win in January.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be anything big.
Right.
Maybe a special coffee or a relaxing bath.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
It's a way to acknowledge your efforts and keep yourself motivated.
So we've talked a lot about the how of micro-growth resolutions, but I think it's also important to touch on the why. Why is this approach so beneficial?
Well, for one, it's much more sustainable than traditional resolutions.
Okay.
When we set realistic goals,
Right.
we're more likely to stick with them.
Makes sense. And I think it also takes the pressure off.
Definitely. It's not about being perfect. It's about
Yeah.
progress.
And those small, consistent actions,
Yeah.
they can lead to some pretty amazing results.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, I want to circle back to a question from the article. What's one tiny change you can commit to starting today?
That's a good question. And it doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking.
Right. The point is to just take that first step.
And remember, consistency is key.
Exactly.
Even if you only have 5 minutes a day,
Yeah.
you can still make progress.
So what will it be?
I think it's so cool how this whole idea, turns New Year's resolutions on their head.
Yeah, it's a totally different way of thinking about personal growth.
Instead of those big resolutions,
Right.
it's these small, everyday actions.
Exactly. Those are the things that really make a difference in the long run.
It's like building a house brick by brick.
Exactly. You don't just magically have a finished house overnight.
It takes time and effort.
And each brick is important.
So with micro-growth resolutions, we're
Right.
basically focusing on laying those bricks one day at a time,
And celebrating each brick we lay.
instead of getting overwhelmed by the whole house.
Yeah, it's a much more manageable and sustainable approach.
So as we head into this new year,
Yeah.
I hope everyone listening feels empowered to embrace this idea of microgrowth.
It's a game changer.
Choose that one small change
Make it a daily habit.
and watch as those tiny steps lead to big results.
It's amazing what we can accomplish when we focus on consistency over perfection.
Ditch those overwhelming resolutions.
Yeah.
Embrace the power of microgrowth.
Start small, stay consistent.
And watch your life transform.
That's it for our deep dive into microgrowth resolutions,
We hope you enjoyed it,
and that you feel inspired to make some positive changes in your life.
no matter how small.
Remember, every journey starts with a single step.
Thanks for joining us.
Happy New Year, everyone.
You've been listening to the Clarence Stores Leadership Podcast. Join us next time for more insights on becoming 1% better each day and leveling up in all areas of life.